we decided to go with the second-year quarterback, Case Whitman. He's a little bit slow, but hopefully he can get the job done. Daniel Jones is pass. Alright, defense is looking good. Gonna have to work towards Matt Black. Alright, we're about to see our first game against the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay! Cold, calm, collected. That's right, Jimmy Atkins.
I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
We go set, 30 base. 5. And 6 now. Ready. Shoot. Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hit it.
Nice. Hold on to that ball.
Set. And get it.
We can always count in Shepard,
Come
man.
on, set. 8. Hut. Go now.
Okay.
90 Wolf. Right.
Evan Ingram.
Set. Ready. Let's go. Here we go. 50 plant. Ready. Down. 10 Lobo. Leaf River.
What the?
Ready. 60 pitch.
Oh, we gotta gain the first down. Okay.
Go.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you're going to do on Sunday. Good job.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 5.
Nice.
We go set. 70 Indy. Now.
Nope. Ah. Darn. Come on, guys.
And 18 Gator.
DJ Goodson. Let's see what you can do.
Shoot. Ready. Hit it.
Martinez. Blake, come on, man. Flop.
Get it.
Flop. Nice.
Ready. 30 base. Hut.
Come on, Jacobs. Is that Blake? Yeah, it is Blake. Mr. Blake Martin is golden. Get in there. no. Oh, darn.
60 outlaw. Ready.
No. What the fuck?
10-2 stop. Leaf river.
Come on, we need to stop, man. No, it's on your practice.
Go.
Wow. 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Set, ready. 90 wolf. 5. Here we go. 15.
Defense gotta get better, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Down. 50. Plant. Shoot.
No. Darn.
Ready. 10 low. Hit it.
No. How are we gonna stop the run if we can't even stop
60 pitch.
our own team?
Get it.
There you go.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Hut. On the double.
Nice job, Peppers.
70 Indy. Go.
I feel like we should start Atkinson over Golden.
Ready. Let's go. 30 base. Leaf river. Set. 60 oars. Set, go. Come on, set. 60 outlaw. 5.
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today in our next practice, it is going to be a very long game. We can do better.
Break. Shoot. Ready, break. Hit it. Set, ready. 8 read. Get it. Here we go. 90 wolf. Hut.
Oh, he's there. He's there. Nice job. Nice job.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Hut.
Alright,
Ready. 50 plant.
I see you.
Hut, go. Ready. Here we go. 10 Lobo. Leaf river. Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Set, go.
We got Peppers making a stop. Oh!
And up. 18 Gator. 5.
That's what I want to see.
Ready.
Come on now.
70 Indy.
Come on now. Come on. Don't him cross that red zone.
18 Gators. Shoot.
Nice.
Set. 30 base. Hit it.
Nice. Nice. There you go. Much better. Much better. Darren Martin. Stepan Pitts. Keontae Glass. Alright. Gotta get on pass coverage, my guy. Alright. Minutes. How many minutes? Oh, let me set it up on. Yep, that's right. That's right. 10 minutes. Alright, Mr. Walls. This is your first game. Your debut. David Wells. Devontae Adams. Jair Alexander.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Brooklyn Bulls. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Brooklyn Bulls. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Oh, they get new head coach as well. Okay, Deebo Samuel. Let's see what you can do. Forgot we have him on here.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Block
This is
for me,
fielded at
please.
the goal line.
Block for me, please.
Oh, good move.
Ain't nobody blocking that.
This offense to take over for the first time.
Okay,
And a
here he
glance
comes.
here at the man calling the plays under center.
Look at
Their
that.
6'4"
90
quarterback.
throwing power.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a
Let's
little
see
bit
how
more about
accurate
him and
he is,
what the
though.
relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the
Already?
relationship they've had. It's really a
Already?
group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care.
Oh,
and
no.
when you
They're
care
blitzing.
that much,
It's a blitz.
you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
There you go,
7
Saquon.
yards there and a first
Saquon.
down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Struggling early?
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember
Gotta
meeting
be
him
careful
when he was
around
playing
Rodgers.
at Cal. And I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence. Because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Gotta come in with some pressure, man.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. And the grab by Croft. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork. Knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
Double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Nice plays.
And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with during a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And now running right through it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just stuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pick up on first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. On the slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on a slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
Oh, rough.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
No. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 62. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
I'll get that.
We play to win. Let's go.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
That's always in my game. You know that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Oh, come on.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I said he's the one who's blitzing.
Little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or your way through it by getting through some blocking.
Oh, come on.
Nice play there. Now a 3rd down.
Hold on to the flapping ball, my man.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
All right, what's going on?
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for Jones. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st.
Come on, defense.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
These two teams all tied after one. On second down, it's Jones, and that'll hurt the average a bit.
There you go.
They're able to get him
Willie.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver still gets a point there? Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Whitman. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Keeps him pressure after pressure.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
No.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Room to run inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Now Jones busts through the tackle, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Thank you.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here comes Peppers. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the side.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Another.
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. The intended target was Chris Godwin. That'll bring up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll try and run forward with Parker.
Oh, come on.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Oh, nice heat. Kazir White.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Peyton Barber, as the first half is winding down, and his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7.
Gotta keep Saquon Barkley touches to me.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Mitchell Trubisky has thrown a touchdown pass there. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. The Skins looking to get off to a hot start, and a road win would help them do just that. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ooh, we see the
13
sound
yards on
now.
the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Now.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Barber on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Barber, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They come up short here on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. From the 17, Rodgers, and Matthews has it right side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Left side caught by Matthews. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Short throw hauled in by Croft. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
What we just saw there, I usually attribute to Ben Roethlisberger being able to shrug off tackles, that big tree that he is. Aaron Rodgers does that as well as anyone, too. Able to shake it off and slide and move.
And then still complete the pass. Pocket presence, so good for him.
Drives defenses absolutely crazy.
Again on 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. And they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
But he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers out right to Bourne. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touch. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
To throw on 2nd down, Whitman. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Love it. No matter what we do, we always clap and get back.
Throwing after the interception, Whitman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey